Right, okay, I was asked actually if I could do a little video on this particular amp. So this is not one that I've used a lot. Now we're talking about the German Macadamia, the nut. Anyway, the German Mahadeva, I don't know what that is about, the naming of it. Anyway, it's based on a Bogner Shiva, and up till today I thought that was kind of a classic Marshall-esque type amp. When you pull it up, you'll get these settings and this tone right off the bat. So you can instantly hear that even with the drive down at 3.9, that's clearly way more gain than you'd be getting from a JTM 45. Anyway, so the speaker that they automatically pair with it is the Mesa Boogie Lead 80, which is a Celestion C90 type speaker, I believe. Now, personally, I might take that distance a bit closer, but I feel like that is not the optimum setup anyway. So here's a preset that I was messing around with earlier. This 4x12 Cali V30, I find it a really versatile cab actually. I like the way it sounds. So 160 ribbon on one side. I've opened the high cut way up, reflections at 30%. On the other side, same cab with a 7 dynamic, and reflections way up, high cut off, and here's the difference. So I'm actually quite surprised by how good that sounds, in my opinion, with a Les Paul bridge pickups. I've looked around online. There's not a ton of information about, you know, reviews from the Bogner Shiva, as I think it sort of predated a bunch of stuff. But Bogner amps have quite a significant link with Line 6. They have created amps together in the past, both with Line 6 on the front and with Bogner on the front. So there was the Bogner Alchemist, which had Line 6 reverb and delay built in, and then obviously you've heard of the Spider Valve series, which Bogner made, and I think the DT series also Bogner had an involvement with. So anyway, this is the drive at 4. We can get some really raunchy tones from that. So I've not really deviated at all from the stock settings yet. I'm thinking I'm finding them to be really pretty good, especially with that Cali V30 amp. But so drive all the way up, we get this kind of thing. So plenty of gain there. You think yourself, sort of hot rodded Marshall, you know, it's got a load of gain. So drive down at 3. We've still got a ton of gain. So this is very much, I think, the dirty channel of the Bogner Shiva. It is a 2-channel amp in real life. Can be get some cleanish tone. Not out of this. So what you would do to, I guess, get some cleaner tones, maybe run the master lower. I don't think it actually has a master volume in real life. And then the channel volume higher. So we're not even really dealing with power amp gain. We're dealing with preamp gain. So this is not one for clean amps. It might clean up on the volume knob a bit better. But yeah, let's think about this really, I think, as a dirty amp. Now, what else could we do? Let's just set everything at 5 and see what that sounds like. So drive at 5, mids at 5. So it might not be the most versatile, but I think it's just a really good option for... So we can get a bit more flubbier and kind of classic sounding, I think, if you up the bass, or equally if you take the bass out, again it's a bit more... But there's something quite modern to me about that bass in the middle kind of ranges. So that treble doesn't seem to me to be doing a terrible amount. So I think that's a fairly one-trick pony, but I think it's a really good trick. So all of the drive across the whole kind of spectrum is pretty useful, and the treble and the presence, you can run them across the whole spectrum as well, and I don't think it necessarily gets unpleasantly spiky or anything. It's just quite an all-round sounding. you know, quite a hot rodded Marshall, I think, esque tone, something a little more going on with it. Let's just try something like the JCM 800 kind of dimed. So I think definitely in some ways Marshall flavoured, but seems to be a bit more refined, a bit smoother in the top end. Quite a nice surprise when I kind of played with that for one of the first times today. So let me know if you want me to drop this into the folder. It's kind of 2 snapshots at the moment. I may put together something for the intro. I would use your volume knob to try and get cleaner tones out of this amp. But it just does seem to love a Les Paul. That's the Bogner Shiva, a one-trick pony, but a really good trick, I would suggest. Catch you in another video soon. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you've got ideas for kind of Helixy videos that you want, let me know in the comments and I'll try and get these done. This one was requested, so that's kind of my take on the Shiva. I would pair it with that Cali V30 dual cab, 160 ribbon, 7 dynamic. Could use the high cut if you want, but I think actually it's got quite a refined top end anyway. There you are. Cheers.